Yeah, well, there you go. Pretty devastating news. I discovered this information just before I went to bed last night because I'm in Australia. Yeah, it's a bit of a body blow to say the least. This is not what I expected because they'd gone through the cryogenic testing with the tanks previous to this, and they exceeded by a factor of 1.4 the tolerances required. So now the thing is, they'll put up a tweet from Elon Musk. It's great that he actually got back to us straight away, and this is his suspicion, and it has nothing to do with the tanks themselves. It appears as if it might be some sort of a human error, and if that's the case, that's good news because they are making progress. But of course it means that we'll have to wait at least another month or month and a half or maybe longer for that much anticipated 150 metre hop. So, you know, it's really devastating news. However, they are pushing the envelope. They're doing things extremely fast, and I'm grateful for that. And they have got a production line. So because of that, we won't have to wait nearly as long as if they were making custom making each of these vehicles. They're basically churning them out now, and that means that once they get the basics right and they can refly these vehicles in space or in to 20 kilometres up into the air, they can reuse them, and then we'll get things happening a lot faster. But until we get over the initial hurdle and get past the static fire test and getting into a 150 metre hop, it could be very slow progress. But look, I have faith in Elon. He'll get over this. He's acted in a fairly mature and transparent way by getting back to us straight away with his theory on this before he's looked at the data. And it makes sense because the last thing I would expect is the tanks to collapse under pressure, seeing they have gone past that test already. So it was the last thing I expected to see, but I'm sure that there's probably an alternative explanation to why this has taken place. And as I say, once they get into stride, look, I'm still hopeful that the Starship will progress quickly, the development. Trouble is, there are a number of big hurdles to overcome still, and one of those that worries me is not only the landing, which does require an intricate manoeuvre to land properly. On top of that, if they go into orbit and have to re-enter through the atmosphere, I want to know how that heat shield's going to handle it and how many times they can keep doing that. That's a lot of stress for the structure of the ship, and I'm not convinced yet that it's going to pass the test. So yeah, nervousness, anticipation, frustration now thanks to this, but Elon won't give up. He has that goal of making us a multi-planetary species, and that's his motivating goal, and it will push him forward, and he will overcome this. So, you know, not good news, but, you know, rocket science is hard. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you or entertainment or whatever, and either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.